This one will have the same instructions as the last one. Write a piecewise function for this. I notice that I have 1, 2, 3, 4 distinct pieces, and those are actually just horizontal lines. So what would the equation be for that? Well, I know it's a horizontal line, so I know it crosses the the y-axis. So this would be y equals, and then where does it cross the y-axis? Well, it crosses at A. If this were a continuous line, then we'd have y equals just whatever A is. I don't know what it is, but y equals A. That's the equation for that red line. Now, I can't just say y equals A. I have to restrict the domain. So I'll say y equals A from 0 all the way to t divided by 2. And then again, when x is between t and 3t over 2. So you're just picking out the domain for that. And then this line would be y equals negative A. So our piecewise function, this one, I mean, it looks kind of weird just because you don't have actual numbers, but it's not so bad. F of x, maybe a couple ways you could write this. But I said 4 pieces, so I'm going to do 4. I feel like this is the most understandable way. 1, 2, 3, 4. So, I know that f of x will act like y equals A. I don't include the y equals part because I have y equals already. So A or you could say if, for x in between 0 and t divided by 2. So 0 and t over 2. I include 0 because this is a closed circle. And I do not include t over 2. Okay? Then negative A for, yeah, I'm definitely going to space this out. T over 2 to t. Those are the domain for that part, for this. Okay, so for x between t over 2 and t, I include t over 2 because there's a closed circle there. And I don't include the t. It could be A, that's this part for t, and then 3 over 2. So hopefully you understand what's going on now. This would be x, the lower end is t, the higher end is 3t over 2. Remember, lowest, smallest values go on the left side. Same with this kind of notation. Smallest values on the left side, biggest values on the right side. I do include t, and I do not include 3t over 2, and then it's negative A again, back again, check it, direct it, let's begin. Party on, party people, let me hear some noise. Oh, I include both of them. For x in between 3t over 2 and 2t, through t. And I include both of them because I have both closed circles there. Oops. So there we have it. I'm gonna change this. And there's my piecewise function. There's actually, you could say it's A for these x's between 0 and t over 2, and for this stuff, you could write that there. Then you would only have to write A with a positive and then a negative, and you just have more domain. But this is valid as well. I feel like this is just maybe more writing, but it's a simple way to think about it. Alright, I'm done.